And we're back for one more Fargo Frogs home game in the regular season, and it's versus a tough one today. The Blue Devils from Denver are visiting here in the illustrious state of North Dakota today. Now, Blue Devils 6-4, don't let that deceive you. They are a really, really good and strong team. They've had a few losses, a few questionable ones, and the Frogs, they pride themselves on their defense, but today their offense is going to have to step up some if they want to defeat the Denver Blue Devils in their own home territory. Alan Mooch and Jay Almirola versus Paul Donlin, Brendan Allen, and the likes of the Fargo Frogs. Here we go for tip-off. Bishop's basketball challenge action here in the Fargo Dome. Alan Parsons and the Frogs will retain possession for this first bit. Parsons is looking. He's trying to look for his first successful project. Kind of start a campaign called a W here for the Fargo Frogs. And that's going to go in. Alan Parsons for 2. First points of the game for the Fargo Frogs. Alan Muccioli taking a gander. Gets up into the paint himself. Up to Potnick, who throws it down for the lob and into the net. How about that for Potnick? First 2 points for the Blue Devils there. Now it's back in the hands of the Frogs. Off to Allen and off to Jacques Dequeef, who puts it up himself, and Jacques Dequeef lays it in. 4 points Fargo, 2 points Denver. Here we go with Alan Muccioli. Ellis taking a look. Potnick sends it in himself again. Ties the game here early on. 4-4. Potnick has scored all 4 for the Blue Devils so far. Frank Potnick. Here's Alan Parsons once again over to Paul Donlin. Paul Donlin up for 2. Oh, it is not often you see him miss those 2-pointers. He's usually very good at being consistent and just racking up those points, especially when they are up. But that is blocked right there on the Blue Devils. Paul Donlin in the hands of him. Now over to Brandon Allen. Allen lays it in for 2. That is his first 2 points of the day for the Frogs. Now, in Ash Ellerton's hands. Can she get the Blue Devils some points here? It's back to Jay Almirola, who's going to progress himself forward. Up for the shot. It's blocked by Jacques. And now it's in the hands of Alan Parsons. Parsons looking to make a shot potentially. No, he dumps it off to Big M for a 3-pointer. That does not go in. Paul Donlin, though, back to Parsons. Parsons back to Paul for 3. Unbelievable, and it's in. 9-4, a 5-point lead, making the hometown happy here. Paul Donlin, again, he's more of a 2-point scorer, and he's very, very accurate when he does it. 3-point for Paul, that's great for him. A great start to this game for the Frogs. Frank Potnick, will he put another in? Yes, he will. Frank Potnick, all 6 points belong to him for the Blue Devils. Here's Alan Parsons, looking for another successful project to try to extend the lead. And how about that? He does just that. 4 points for Parsons now. Here's Ash Ellerton. Ellerton over to Jay Almirola. Almirola is going to put it up. It goes off the rim and out of the net. Paul Donlin, Alan Parsons. Parsons dribbles. Parsons looks. Back to Paul Donlin. For another 3? No, this one's not good for Paul Donlin. Now it's in the hands of the Blue Devils yet again. Here's Ash Ellerton. Ellerton looking. Gets it over to Frank Potnick. Potnick up. Oh, that one does not go in. A little bit of a plot twist there. Here's Big M. Almighty over to Dequeef. Jacques Dequeef misses again. Here's Ash Ellerton. Ellerton does a couple twirlies. Looking for some sort of points that are not scored by Potnick for the first time this game. Can she pull it off? She seems really indecisive. Not sure what her plan is here. Gets it off to Alan Muccioli. That does not go in. The 3-point attempt was no good. It's a timeout for Fargo. They're going to have possession here, trying to extend their lead furthermore. Now, we've seen Glover score quite a bit for the Frogs this season. He's been a good point scorer. He hasn't scored yet today as he gets off to Kavcic, gets his first 2 points of the day. Montgomery! That one also misses. Are you kidding? The Blue Devils cannot get anything going right now. no sort of momentum. It is all in the hands of the Fargo Frogs in their home territory so far. Big M with a 23-foot jump shot. If he was maybe 6 inches behind the line, it would have counted for a 3, but he will have to settle for a 2-point shot there. Here's Carter progressing himself forward. Jacquees blocks it and gets the rebound. DeQueef over to Glover. Glover inside to Big M. That one's not going in. 40 seconds left in the first half. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery surveys. Over. Will it go in? No! Are you kidding? I mean, that's unbelievable. Caldwell had a good shot to make the 3. It doesn't go in. They still remain at 6 points. The Frogs can't make that one either. So, low scoring first half, especially on Denver's part. 6 points is insane for nearly 5 minutes of action. This better make it. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. 6 points for the Blue Devils about to enter the half. Carter Jones with a lay-in. His first points of the day. Rocket pass for 3. Are you kidding me? What did I just see? He just rocket passed it to that dude for 3 points. Kirk Daniel? Is he going to be the savior for the Blue Devils? I'm speechless. It is halftime, though. 17-9, Fargo leads commandingly. But does Kirk Daniels, does that three-pointer matter in the end? We'll find out after this commercial break.
Whoa! Oh. No, I got water all over my floor and I dropped my banana. Oh, now my floors are dirty. What am I gonna do?
Oh, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna get some action with the Swiffer XL right on your floor. Guaranteed to protect you from unexpected spills. Oh yeah, get in there good. With Swiffer, why go back to your ex when you've upgraded to an XL?
I sure do love my Swiffer XL. They clean that water up real good.
Tired of this cold, snowy bullshit. Have no fear, the Squash Man is here. How did you get in my house? You need to calm down, sir. Dr. Squatch, Prime Soap. Oh shit, Prime Soap. Here we have Sandalwood Summit in Coastal Mist. Are you kidding me? Why is there to be mad? You have this. I'll give it a try. Better already. So what are you waiting for? Get squashed today and try not to be an asshole about it. Thank you, Squatch. I'm not an angry asshole anymore. Woo!
And we're back for some second half action of Bishop's Basketball Challenge, brought to you by Swiffer XL and Dr. Squatch. Make some purchases today. Cleaning up is very important, and that's what the Fargo Frogs are trying to do. Just absolutely sweep the ground with the Blue Devils, but that is not a great start defensively for them. Jay Almirola puts up 2 to start the Blue Devils run here in the second half. Will that be the momentum shifter? Here's Monroe trying to progress forward. That's off the rim, and that does not go in. So, in typical Fargo Frogs fashion, this may start slipping away. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, what a pass from Ellington to Potnick right there. Good 2-point slam dunk there. 8 points for Frank Potnick. He has been carrying the Blue Devils. But here again is Elijah Monroe. Earl Monroe. This is what's been getting the Frogs in trouble, is they need to bring it together offensively. There's a missed shot by the Blue Devils, though. Now here it is in the hands of Glover. Glover looks. Glover taking it himself into the paint. That's blocked. Back in the hands of the Blue Devils. Here's Ash Ellington. Ellington Lots of pass game going on. Back over to Elliton, though. Little bit of a pass triangle. Does a few twisties. Over to Montgomery, and it's in. And I believe a foul was called on top of that, so that's just even crazier. So we'll see our first free throw attempts of the day. I apologize for the notification that appeared to have just rung on my phone, but it is now corrected. Oh, now my mic fell. This is why the Fargo Frogs commentator does not get paid much here. Holy cow. It is only a 2-point difference, though, for this lead, guys. The Fargo Frogs have just been selling. They've been selling hard. They keep the lead, though, after that missed shot. Here's Glover now. Glover, 3 minutes to go in the half. Glover surveys, takes it in himself. It's up. I mean, they can't even make simple shots right now. I can't believe what I'm seeing. The Blue Devils have all the momentum right now, but they can't make a three-pointer. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? That's how I feel right now. Monroe puts it in for the slam dunk. 2 points for Monroe. Here's Elliton over to Caldwell for a large jump shot. That misses. Sloppy offense right now on both sides. Here's Glover. Glover to Monroe. Monroe taking a gander. He's been a pretty good point scorer in the second half. That's not going to make it in. Potnick takes it back for the Blue Devils. Over to Caldwell, back to Elliton. What is Ash going to do here? Ash is going to get it back off to Caldwell. Risky pass through traffic. Gets it to Montgomery. Puts it up for 2. Now here is Parsons. Parsons taking a look. 2 minutes left in the game. Only up by 2 points. Kavcic. To Big M for 3. And that's exactly who you want to get to in situations like this. When you got to make big plays. Big M delivers yet again. 5 points is the advantage for the Fargo Frogs. Here it is back to Elliton now. Elliton's been a big key component in setting... Did he just miss the slam dunk? Did I see that right? Now, we got to have a replay on that hopefully later on. But I mean, I think he went up for the slam dunk and it missed. It's back to Potnick for 2. Bringing back the deficit within 3. Closing stages of this game here in the Fargo Dome. Big M for 3 again. That one's on target as well. 6 points is the lead for the Fargo Frogs. And 8 points is what Mustafa El Mehdi has scored here today so far. Jay Almirola lays it in. Once again, bringing back the lead down to 4 points for the Fargo Frogs. Now, Paul Donlin. Here we go. Can he do damage control with his classic 2-pointers? He's going to do just that. I mean, the Fargo Frogs can rely so heavily on Paul Donlin to make those consecutive 2-pointers. And that's what just gives them the buffer they need to hold on. They just need to keep stringing those together. Jay Almirola is turning up the heat, though, late in the going. Only 40 seconds left. Just got to have smart ball control here. And that's exactly what they don't do. They get it intercepted by the Blue Devils. Ash Elliton in the hands of her. Here we go. Over to Muccioli for 3. Unbelievable. Will the Fargo Frogs sell again? Well, you're about to find out the answer alongside me here in the booth. 16 seconds left in the game. Donlin does his job. Gets it in for another 2 points. What do the Blue Devils do? They're going to have to be quick about it. There's a 2-point attempt and a foul on Ellis. After he makes the lay-in. That's unbelievable. Lance Ellis. Oh my God, he doesn't tie the game. Lance Ellis misses the free throw. Now we're going to have some fouls committed here. Denver's going to try to get the possession back if Big M does not make these shots. But that might be a problem for them because he makes the first one, brings the lead back up to 2. Now the lead is back up to 3. Is Denver cooked? They might be cooked. The Blue Devils looking for a tie game here to send it to overtime with a 3-pointer. Who's going to shoot it? Mooch for 2. Okay, I guess. Fargo wins. Good job by the Fargo Frogs and a great job by Paul Donlin today. The Blue Devils near the end there. A 2-point attempt from Allen misses anyway. But even if it made it, it's like, what are we doing there? But yeah, great game overall. Paul Donlin, player of the game, as I mentioned. 6 rebounds, a career high for him. And look at that. His first 3-pointer of the entire league. That's incredible. Unbelievable stuff. Denver could not get anything rolling in that first half, and that's going to bite them today. But how about this? 3 blocks for the Frogs, but assists, steals, no turnovers for the Blue Devils. I mean, they had the Frogs beat in those categories, but can't do much when your offense is not scoring in vital parts of the game. As you see the individual player stats for all you nerds, and here is the shot chart. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe here on the Bishops YouTube channel.
This broadcast of the Bishops Basketball Challenge cannot be replicated, reproduced, or retransmitted without authorized consent. BBC thanks you for your loyal viewership, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.